Welcome back, Pokemon fans. Angel of the Night here. We are back again with another Grand Challenge battle, and this is battle number 7. So we're going to lead off here with our Annihilape and our Amoonguss. And of course our opponent is leading off here with a Samurott and a Malamar. Now, I'm not really sure what to expect from Malamar, although I do know if it has the contrary ability, any kind of stat reductions actually have the opposite effect. With the Annihilape, of course, we're going to go in for the bulk up, and the Amoonguss is going to go for the redirect with the Rage Powder. That way we can successfully get our bulk up, raising our attack as well as our defensive values. With the Samurott on the opposing side, I know that that is the Hisui variant of Samurott, meaning it's dark and water, and it's usually more of a physical attacker. It's going to go for the Ceaseless Edge there, and of course that would have actually done some serious damage to the Annihilape due to the dark typing, and of course it would have also set up some entry hazards as well. Malamar's defense has risen, and ours too has also risen, along with our attack stat. Hopefully we'll be able to get some damage off onto the opposing side here this turn. Now, of course, going for another bulk up here at this point would actually be a little bit risky. We're actually going to go in for the Drain Punch into, I believe we wanted to go for the Samurott. However, we actually ended up choosing the Malamar. We figured that Malamar was going to be the biggest threat here at this point. Again, not really sure what to expect from Malamar, although I do know that stat changes are definitely something that's very frequent. Amoonguss, of course, still into the field. We're going to go for the Rage Powder here. That's going to, again, redirect all the attacks from the opposing side into it instead. There's the Ceaseless Edge that actually did some serious damage, and as well as also set up some spikes onto the field. Definitely a good play to have there, getting some entry hazards in, because if there's any kind of focus sashes, it would just destroy them. There's the Psycho Cut coming in from the Malamar that is actually going to be able to take up the KO. With a critical hit there and knock out our Amoonguss. Unfortunately, one Pokemon down. We still have 3 remaining onto our team. Here we go with the Drain Punch. That actually doesn't do a whole lot into Malamar, but then again, it's also a Psychic Dark type. After I chose that move, I was like, yeah, it's Psychic as well. Okay, we've got 2 more Pokemon remaining. Let's go in with the Zebstrika. Now, I thought to myself, well, Zebstrika might be able to get them thrown off a little bit here. Maybe we can get up a KO onto the Samurott, perhaps. We get a little bit of damage there from them spikes, and that's okay. We're going to go in for the Terrestrialization here, and of course we're going to aim in for an attack onto the Samurott. And of course, with the Zebstrika, we're going to go in maybe for the high horsepower here in the Malamar, but we figure we might as well swap it up for the Supercell Slam, get as much damage as possible. However, it is a very risky move, because if we miss it, we actually get a ton of recoil damage. So here we go with the Annihilape. We're going to go in for the Terrestrial of Fairy. We've got a little fairy dancing around here onto the field, a little Annihilape. And here we go with the Supercell Slam into the Malamar. Not enough to take up the KO. We get a little bit of Life Orb damage there, of course, and here comes the Ceaseless Edge, actually missing the Annihilape this time. Pretty awesome. There's the Superpower, going to be able to pick up the KO onto the Zebstrika, and of course it is also going to raise up the attack stat of the Malamar. Defensive stats seem to have also risen as well. Interesting. Okay, here we go with the Drain Punch. That actually hits the Samurott this time, picking up the KO. Finally, a Pokemon down on the opposing side. Will our losing streak ever end? Lots of interesting plays here with a lot of different Pokemon that you would normally not see. Honest to God, I can't remember the last time I seen an opponent use Samurott, and I don't even remember the last time I seen someone use Malamar. We're going to come in here with the Tauros, of course. Unfortunately for us, the Intimidate will affect the Malamar on the opposing side. They're coming in with the Oricorio. Now, I haven't seen anyone use this specific Oricorio except for myself lately, so that's kind of neat. Intimidate actually had the reverse effect on the Malamar, boosting up the attack stat of that Malamar even further. We're going to go in here with a Rage Fist into the Oricorio, and of course we're debating on what we're going to do for that Malamar. Will we go for the Close Combat or the Raging Bull? We actually lock in with a Close Combat, and thankfully we actually knock it out. That is going to be the second Pokemon out on the opposing side. Pretty fantastic. Feeling pretty good about this battle, actually. Here comes the Tailwind from the Oricorio on the opposing side. Going to boost up the speed of the opposing team for approximately, I believe it's 4 to 5 turns. Here we go with the Rage Fist, actually taking the Oricorio down to about 1 HP. Almost thought it was sashed for a moment, but no sash activated. Okay, now the last and final Pokemon. What will it be? Will it be something that will... Oh, Volcarona. Not really what I wanted to see here. Volcarona does have the ability to do Quiver Dance, and of course, the Oricorio can also mimic it. So this could be very risky if we don't get any kind of damage off. We're going to go for the Rage Fist into the Volcarona, and of course we're also going to go for the Rock Slide. I'm hoping that the Rock Slide will actually be able to do some damage, maybe even flinch one of the Pokemon, but also hoping to pick up the KO off onto that Oricorio. I'm not really sure if Annihilape is going to be able to outspeed that Volcarona or not, but we're going to see a Terrestrialization here, and it looks like it's going to be the Volcarona. Now, of course, Volcarona has gone into the Flying type. Now, if we do manage to get a decent Rock Slide off here, we might actually be able to pick up the KO off onto this thing, as long as there's no crazy defensive values there. There's the Quiver Dance coming in for the Volcarona, and of course, going to raise up the special attack, the special defense, as well as the speed. And of course, the Oricorio has also used Quiver Dance, thanks to its ability. Okay, it too has also got the special defense, the special attack, as well as the speed. And of course, it's also going to get a Revelation Dance. And that turns into the Ghost typing of the Oricorio. We luckily survive that, and we get the Rock Slide off, picking up the KO off onto the Oricorio. However, it looks like the Volcarona had a weakness policy, which actually ends up boosting up its special attack. Not good. I'm actually kind of freaking out in this battle, because you never know exactly if that thing's got like Heat Wave or anything like that going on. It might actually prove to be a problem. We actually managed to get a Rage Fist, and we pick up the KO off onto that Volcarona. That's a very lucky Rage Fist there. So that is going to be game. There's going to be finally a victory on our side, breaking our losing streak, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the battle. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, post your comments down below, and I'll catch you guys next time.